What is up, guys? Pie Muffin here, and we are back with another Tales of the Rays video. We have our monthly PV come out last night, and because we have a new PV, we also have a new producer's letter to go over. Producer's letter 69 will finally be done with the 60s next month. Next month will obviously be anniversary month. 6th anniversary is coming around, so look forward to that. But we're going to go over everything here. There's quite a bit of information, it seems. I haven't actually read anything. I just know the order of what we're getting stuff in. That's the only thing I've looked at. The rest of the stuff is going to be completely fresh to me. So let's just take a look at it together. Happy New Year. Thanks for playing Tales of the Rays last year. I hope that all the staff will enjoy this year as well. Second Slayer's collaboration from the end of the year to the beginning of the year. Are you enjoying yourself? They're talking about, all the stuff that came with the Second Slayers collab. Naga and Zelos, who are in high demand, participated. Talking about Mint, Mythos, with all the costumes. Okay. Yeah, I don't know much about Slayer, so all the rest of the stuff is not stuff I really know anything about. Alright, future updates. Early January, partial repair of the system of the old Rays Festival. Okay, so the Rebirth Rays Festival that we're getting, which will be the first event this month, by the way. We'll go over that as we go down, but the Rebirth Rays Festival is going to be the first event, so it seems like there's going to be a slight change to how it usually works. I guess we're going to see as we get around to the... Oh, they're going to explain it down here. Around 2023, release of Tales of the Rays Recollection. The name of the app is going to change. Obviously, Last Cradle is over, so they're just going to have a general name and app icon for the game now that the main story has kind of come to a close. Partial renovation of the system of the old Raid Festival. Okay, thank you for waiting a long time. We'll be holding a solo festival of works that have renovated the system of Rays Festival. As we have already mentioned, the function... Let's see. It will not decide the next Magic Mirror, next Mirage Arts. Voting within the theme okay, so it seems like voting will be associated with the work. Work usually when Google translates, it usually means like game. So it seems like there'll be a voting system for like which game to do next. So I guess moving forward, which is kind of disappointing to me because I don't want every group of like duo Mirage Arts to just be two characters from the same game. I'd love to have more unique pairings. Like obviously Kyle and Stan having one is cool because even though they're both Destiny, it's father and son from two separate games. But I would like to see more kind of crossover stuff, so we'll see what kind of happens with that. The theme this time will be cooking. Oh no. Oh, wait. Oh, so that's the... I get it. Okay. Speaking of Rebirth, okay, so I wonder if they're gonna, make jokes with the theme of this, because there is a part in, kind of a spoiler, but it's not anything major. There's a part in Tales of Rebirth where T-Tray cooks for the whole group, but he uses laughing mushrooms so the whole cast can't stop laughing. So I wonder if they'll make a reference to that. It's actually a really funny part of the game. Alright, main recollection system. Let's take a look. Introduce the details of the quest. Recollection quests are different from the previous quests. I'll explain how to play and the settings around that. The system was previously called Extra Dungeon. Okay. What is recollection anyway? What is recollection itself? But expect one game mode to be added. Press quest from the main menu, and it will be on the main... next to the main and events on the left side. Okay, so it's going to be between the normal quests and the events. It is easy to understand if you think that recollection and mode will be added. Yeah, a new mode will be added. Memory of tales from the perspective of a certain character. Okay, so it's going to be specific to each one that releases will be for a specific character. Okay. To collect the above memories, you'll go around the quest series battle set for each title. This quest is prepared for each title, so I'm assuming you're gonna have to use the characters from each specific game. You won't just be able to go into every stage with one character. Symbolize each title. Stars can be obtained by clearing the mission posts in the battle. By collecting a lot of stars, memory is released. You can look back on each time. Okay, so these memories are going to be something important, whatever they're going to be. I'm not sure what they are actually, though. So we'll have to see. Okay, still under development. Clear the quest after reaching the final wave. Clear the final wave, defeating the last enemy with magic. I assume they mean like the mirror dart. Abolition of dungeon exploration in the mode and wave system. So I assume that means you're not going to be running through an area. It's just going to be, you'll be on the field fighting. Series battles and recollection are different from normal raise quests. There is no dungeon mode, and it is a wave set. Yeah, so no, you're not running through a dungeon. Okay. While defeating the enemies that spring up one after another. Okay. As you progress the game, boss quests will appear in addition to regular quests, and boss quests are named after their titles. Boss characters may appear, so don't let your guard down. Of course, at certain points, like if you're gonna do a Vesperia one, I assume you'll fight like maybe like Alexei and Duke at some point if you're going through one of those. Obviously, there's a time limit for the wave stages. Defeat all the enemies within the time limit. If the time limit expires, the quest will not fail. So I assume you can still keep going even if the time runs out, but you won't get all the stars. The boss of the corresponding quest will appear since you get more stars you progress through the wave by adjusting your party, thinking about tactics. Okay. Stars. Once again, getting stars for doing different things. So you get stars. These are some of the things you can get stars for. Number of enemies defeated reach 0. So once you defeat all the enemies. Number of times magic mirror techniques have been used has reached 0. What does that mean? So what is it, like clearing it without using mirror dart? The number of battles today's character. So certain events will have like maybe like a daily character that you complete it with. Each day today's character provisionally is targeted character changes. Yeah, okay. If the target character is a character you never tried, please try it. They're just trying to get people to try different characters. It is possible to use mirror dart techniques and arts obtained with normal rays. However, the training rules are a little different. Yeah, the way the game plays is a little different. Your equipment level and character level will not be carried over in this mode, but you can obtain stars that can be obtained by clearing the above missions. You can strengthen... Okay, so your stats in this mode are going to be different than your character's normal stats. I guess to start people from low, and then as they're going through it, they can buff up their characters even more for this mode. Okay. And then, of course, the stats you gain from this aren't going to be put on your normal character. It seems like it's specific just for this mode. You can use acquired equipment, mirror darts, and... Okay, yeah, they're just saying you can use all your stuff. Okay, enhancement details will be carried over as they are. So if you've enhanced your arts and your mirror darts, those buffs are going to... Like, they're not stat buffs, but they're like... You know, you have some of the things where it's like, oh, if you use this art, you know, you heal yourself a little bit. Like, that stuff will be carried over. New battle mode, dedicated training system, and recollection. Yeah, so it's going to have its own training system because it will play a little bit different. Let's see what else. Anything important here? Yeah, they're talking step-by-step mission according to training situation. You can participate in the early stage. Yeah, it's not going to be hard when you first start out. Since the above training system is limited to recollection, in conventional raise modes such as events and Tower of Eternity, it will, yeah, so we're still going to get other events for this other stuff. Summary, because after all that, addition of new elements that only grow in recollection, strengthen and nurture the characters. Yeah, you'll strengthen your own characters in that mode. Challenge more difficult quests with those characters. Okay. Let's see. How far can you... Yeah, it's basically going to be a wave mode where you see how far you can get. Yeah, like an extra dungeon, basically. It has an end content aspect. However, the beginning of each title is not so difficult. Yeah, so it's going to... As time goes on, it's going to get tougher and tougher. Okay, cool. Now we can move on to the delivery schedule. As I mentioned before, the Rebirth Rays Festival event will be first, and then of course next weekend we will have the Rebirth co-op, and then probably I'm guessing around the 20th or like the 21st will be the start of the Saray ending Mirajart and Zestiria event. So you'll get the 2 overrays for Mikleo and Edna, and then of course we'll have a Zestiria co-op on the 20th. I think that's roughly when it's going to drop. And then let's take a look here. Okay, so there's going to be another co-op. I'm always confused about what this is supposed to be. They just show like a bunch of characters right here. Oh, is this this is like the special tower or whatever. Like the where you just make your one team and then you go through it like that. I guess that's what this is going to be. Because it has like the same logo or whatever. I'm actually not sure. They do this every month, but I'm never sure what this icon in the lineup is always actually for. I assume it's for that because of just how the logo is. We have another co-op on the 27th, which I'm not really sure what the theme is. Maybe it's like characters who have duo Mirajarts, because you obviously have Gaius and Dohalim and then QQ and Kongwei. And then at the end of the month will be the Symphonia event, which we are getting Celis, and then overrays for Zelos, Presea, and Regal, which is pretty cool. So very, very cool there. Let's take a look at what they have to say about these events itself. Dear fans, we apologize for yeah, it's been a while since Rebirth has gotten anything new. I told you that I wanted Co-Magic Mirror implementation. I was able to reproduce original secret techniques of Rebirth. I can hear it after a long time. I want to become a bird. Okay, referencing to T-Tray and Mao. I'm sure everyone has their own favorite combination, but this time we've selected 3 types: Celsius Caliber, Gurin Tencho, and Shohatsu Kosen. Obviously, the 3 duo Mirajarts we're going to be getting. Regarding festivals, as I mentioned before, the meaning and the contents of the vote have changed from the conventional one. Other than the rules are pretty much the same. Say, yeah, you'll do your usual stuff each day where you have your daily stage that you'll do for the amount of points you'll get, and then you also have the normal farming stages with the event shop and all that. And of course, you get we'll have to see what the banner looks like, but you'll get a free multi every day on a general Duo Mirajart banner. So every day for 10 days, we will have that. But of course, that's not going to include the new Mirajarts. If you want those, you have to summon on the specific banner itself. But it'll be nice that there'll probably be some Duo Mirajarts in there that I don't have that I'd love to be able to pull. Tales of Zestiria, Final Magic Mirror event, mid-January. They say mid, but it's going to be like the 20th. Saray, Final Magic Mirror, and Mikleo and Edna, Overray Magic Mirror. From Zestiria, Saray's Final Magic Mirror here. Sorry I made you wait. Watching this video on the PV and thinking about what will happen makes my heart skip a beat. The single picture that flows during the ending of Zestiria, obviously when Saray's looking up before he locks himself away. Looking back on the trip, they're talking about the last. It's when Saray and Mautelis, Saray kind of joins himself, or so it looks, with Mautelis. He's down there with him. Mikleo and Edna's Overray Magic Mirrors are also available. Stay tuned. And then lastly, Tales of Symphonia Remaster Release Commemorative Event for late January. Congratulations, Tales of Symphonia Remaster Release scheduled for 2/16. It's a little earlier then, but after the release, I thought everyone would be... Oh, so their reasoning for doing it early is that they think fans are going to be playing Symphonia. So they wanted to release it early. Yep, Celis is being added. Many people have been surprised when she broke into the arena. I hope you can look forward to seeing it. Yeah, very cool. Very happy to see Celis is being added to the game. And then let's see this last message real quick before we end up. Let's see. Okay. Introduction of the recollection will be last night. Okay, so after next month, it seems like we'll be having recollections that last Cradle as the intro. Since I introduced the battle for the first time, okay, so we will tell you about management, such as frequency and regular additions. Since it will be content that replaces the complete main scenario, I would like to give regular updates. New Year's greetings and all of that. So, pretty cool stuff. We have a pretty packed month this month. Always to keep in mind that the anniversary is going to be at the end of next month. They actually made a tweet about that, it's going to be at the end of next month. So we do have to keep in mind I honestly don't know what to expect from them. Because obviously 5th anniversary was really, really big. They had a 2-part anniversary where part 1 was anniversary seasonals for Ix, Melina, Kokis, and Marcus. And then part 2 was for the Bifrost crew getting anniversary seasonals. So I'm really not sure what to expect this year, because obviously they're not going to do the original characters again, I feel like, especially since that story is over. So they may go back to the traditional trend, at least for the 6th anniversary, where we get a boss character and then 3 decisive mirror darts, which if they do that, I'm kind of thinking they might finally do the final decisive mirror darts for the 3 protagonists that are still missing it, which is Ludger, Milla, and Emil, and then take a boss from one of their 3 games to make the boss character. So, like, for Emil, they'd probably do Brute, because we already have most of the other bosses. For Ludger, they'd probably do Kronos, and then for Milla, they would probably do Maxwell, I would guess. I would expect one of those 3 if they decide to go with those 3 decisive mirror darts. But it's really hard to tell. They may decide to surprise us. Maybe they'll do like some kind of special anniversary thing again, but for different characters. So we'll just have to wait and see. But that's going to be it, guys. Hope you all enjoyed. Let me know what you guys think down below for this month. Don't forget to subscribe for more if you're new to the channel. I'll see you all next time. Have a wonderful day, everyone.